In this video, I want to talk about how to do storytelling for compilation style YouTube videos. So this could be a crime compilation, a true crime compilation, or this could be one of those, car crash compilations or NBA compilations or football compilations. There's a bunch of these compilation style YouTube videos. Let's say it's a top 10, top 20 compilation videos. How do you do the storytelling? Okay, so that's exactly what I'm going to talk about in this video. Number one, it's the pre-scripting preparations, or in other words, the research. We had modules above on how to do research. I'm just going to briefly go over through this. So you need to define the objective, what you want to achieve with the video and the audience, and then you want to collect information thoroughly. And then you want to find visuals and verify sources. Collecting information and finding visuals is super duper important when you're doing compilation style videos, because you 100% don't want to keep going between doing research, writing out a script, doing research, writing out a script. That is where it can potentially become a big mess, and you definitely don't want that. Number two is structuring your script. So in the introduction, right, you have a hook, and then you have the body, and then you have the call to action. Okay, but what I think is the most interesting part is how to segment each item. And this is literally the format that I use, whenever I'm writing a compilation style video. It is number one, when you need to introduce what's about to happen in the clip. So present the item with an attention grabbing statement. I'm going to show you examples a little later. And then number two is the story, right? Share the main content, what facts, what descriptions, what anecdotes, or what clips can be played. Number three, explain why it's important. And number four, transition to the next segment. Okay, so it is grab the attention, it is story, so that could be with the clips, why this is important or why it's interesting, and then you transition. Okay, so in the hook, we want to start with a fact or statistic, right? One example that we can do that is, did you know that some football fans are so dedicated they tattoo entire jerseys onto their bodies? So that's an interesting way. Or rhetorical question: ever wonder how far fans will go to show their loyalty? So there's different ways to write a hook. In one of the above modules, I showed a couple examples on how to write a hook. Okay, next, you want to set the tone in the video. So this could be exciting, this could be mysterious, this could be humorous, and that will carry throughout the video. And then in the hook, you also want to present the topic. Not too complicated over here. The hook's not anything too crazy. That's something that you want to refine. But start with a attention grabbing first statement. Fact or statistic, rhetorical question. Set the tone and present the topic. So over here, right, writing each segment, you want to introduce the item, right? Clearly state the rank or number. So imagine turning your entire backyard into a replica of your favorite stadium. That's an example, maybe not that great of an example, right? But nonetheless, you want to introduce the item, and then the main content is clips, impact and significance, right? This isn't just fandom; it's a lifelong dedication that inspires others. Anecdotes and quotes, right? The stadium is my sanctuary, where every game feels like a home game. And then here you can use humor and emotion, but here what's important here is you transition next time. If you think that's extreme, wait until you hear about ... Right? So over here, right, you have a strong first line, and then you have a strong transition. And some of the important things that you want to take note of when you are writing a story like this is you want to show not tell. So with a compilation, there are a bunch of clips that you can 100% use whenever you're scripting. So you want to use the clips, you want to show the viewer when you can. You don't want to tell the viewer something. So it's show not tell. Number two, you want to build suspense. So that's during the transitions, that's during the hook, and you also want to vary pacing. Pacing is super important in these compilation style videos, because if the pacing is like this throughout the whole video, it's going to be very boring. But if you vary the pacing like this, right, makes it short and long sentences. You can use a pause and you can slow down during crucial moments. When the clips, that's something that you can direct. Then I think that makes for a much more interesting video. And then there's language and tone. These compilation videos usually have a conversational tone, right? You want to be very clear in the words that you use. You want to avoid jargon or overly complex words. You want to ensure that explanations are easy to understand. You want to have a consistent voice. You want to use inclusive language. And then you want to have a logical flow, right? Meanwhile, however, similarly, and once again, teaser is super duper important, right? And that's not even the wildest thing the fan has done. And over here there are the tips, and here are the examples. I'll leave you guys to read the rest of these. But in terms of the main takeaways from this segment, it's the main content, right? Is clips. You want to start with a strong hook, impact and significance, right? Why this is important to the viewer or why the viewer should care, and then transition to the next segment. Okay, so that's how you can do storytelling. This is more of the storytelling structure that you want to apply to every single compilation style video. And this is work to me. You got hundreds of thousands of views and whatnot.